like a lightning bolt. You feel the ground pounding, that might be the coast. Quick like a joke, like to hit when provoked. Don't you doubt that. That's a Jaguar to a house cat. That's an outcast to a whole squadron. If you talking Houston, then we've got a problem. You'll probably get the horns if you mess with the cattle. Sit back in your saddle and get ready for the fan battle.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle Podcast. My name is Samantha Wernet, coming to you live from the basement, along with our commentators from this evening. Representing the Titans, since he's extra sad, we have Agent Hoff.
Why am I extra sad today?
You just look sad.
I'm sick. I'm sicker than sick. That's all.
I'm sick of this too, John.
My team makes me sick too. I feel you. I get it.
Representing the Jaguars, we have Josh Allen.
Now officially the best Josh Allen in Jacksonville after Sunday, but we'll talk about that a bit.
And that's, I normally would argue that, but I agree. Representing the Texans, we have Matt Briggs.
Fire Pep Hamilton.
Sam loves Taylor Ramsey.
And of course, we have a Sam loves Jalen Ramsey comment coming in from Chris Jackson. And representing the Colts, Chris Jackson's counterpart, Mr. Josh Sr.
What's good, everybody? F. Matt Ryan.
Hey.
You're talking about John Ball's boy now.
I got time this week. Last week I had a 10-minute segment, but now I'm on full time today.
Oh.
Well, listen, this is going to be a pretty short podcast, but I will say I called this last week. Okay, last week, started the episode, I said this is a poverty division. And I feel like I summoned the loserness in all of us to just go ahead and mess around, and we all lost, okay? So it was not more truer than this weekend that this is a poverty division. We suck.
Yeah.
At least there's hope for some of us. But before we dive into our teams and the games for this week, let's go ahead and go over some NFL news. Who's got it?
Really the one that pops off the most, Baker Mayfield, the number one overall pick in 2017. He wanted a release from the Panthers.
2018?
2018, 2017, we're on there. But he wanted a release from the Panthers, and the Panthers gave it to him. So he is now a free agent.
Ooh, where does he end up?
Before I get started, it ain't the coast. It ain't the coast.
I was going to say Josh Sr. knows where.
Nope.
He knows.
Nope. I know y'all was going to say something. Nope. He is not going to be in Indy. No.
I mean, people have already started saying 49ers just because of what they had going, just because they lost their quarterback yesterday.
Didn't they sign somebody?
Yeah, they got somebody off of the
Josh Johnson or something?
practice squad or something like that. Yeah, some guy who's been around forever, and he's like they said this is his third stint in San Francisco.
Is it Blaine Gabbert?
No.
I think it's Mullen. What is it, Mullen? The old backup?
No, it's somebody like something Johnson, or I don't remember.
Josh Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
Pep Hamilton is the human equivalent to a participation trophy. That's from V.
Facts
from
with the CK.
All right. Time. Is there any other NFL news?
No.
A lot of quarterback injuries this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Almost Trevor Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah, almost Trevor Lawrence. Jimmy Guapo's out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, Lamar came out too.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, what's the update on that one?
He's out for the season. He's out for the season. They said it was his foot.
Really, Lamar's done for the year.
Ooh.
Wow.
The Jaguars broke his heart, and then he broke his foot.
Being close to the Jaguars franchise will ruin many good man.
It'll
happen again.
That just got suck because this is a contract year for him. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone thought that they were going to get some sort of extension done in this offseason, and that was kind of weird how it just never really developed. And he's just been playing this whole year last year on the rookie contract, so it's very strange. I thought for sure that he was everyone expected him to have that sort of multi-million-dollar 10-year contract or whatever it was, but it just hasn't worked out. I don't know.
Well, I guess I was wrong. Somebody says Lamar is week to week. I read he was.
I know Jimmy G was done for the year, but
yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it, okay? This is going to be a quick show tonight. The revenge games. So we had the Jaguars playing against DJ Chark. We had the who else?
The Predator versus the Texans.
Yeah, the Watson and the Texans.
And
we
then
had
AJ Brown.
Yeah, versus the Titans and the Colts versus
They didn't have
themselves.
Yeah.
Well, it said Malik Hooker. It said Malik Hooker from the Dallas Cowboys.
The Colts versus the fourth quarter.
The Colts versus Jeff Saturday.
11 minutes. The Colts versus 11 minutes.
Well, speaking of the Colts, let's jump right into it. Colts at Cowboys.
Prime time, baby.
Prior to the start of the audio portion, I know if you're watching the live, you already heard it, but I thought this was funny. Somebody commented and said, Gabriel Ruiz said the Cowboys just scored again. Because
they did.
Yeah, so did the Eagles, Gabriel. So did the Eagles.
Ooh.
Let me just say, if the Cowboys, not that the Colts are any good, okay? No offense, but we all suck, okay? But if that Cowboys team is the one that we play, that the Jaguars play in a couple weeks.
Cowboys by 50.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
the team we played.
You know it's bad. You know it's bad when you're losing. The losing team has to kneel the ball.
Yeah.
People
People were mad about that too, but I kind of get it. Like, why risk injury to any of your players when there's literally zero hope?
For me, it wasn't injury. For me, it wasn't injury. I just didn't want I didn't want the Cowboys to score again.
Right? Just clock out.
I'll get another score somehow.
Well, give us a quick breakdown of that upset there.
Well,
Have you had like 30 fumbles on the year or something like that?
how what now?
Don't you guys have like 30 fumbles on the year or something like that?
So the Colts are currently
Leading in
already
turnovers.
tied. Yeah, they're already tied with last year's fumble leader, and it's only week 13. So
Yeah, I think we lead league in interceptions, fumbles, lost fumbles.
Records were made to be broken.
All because of Matt Ryan. Thank you, sir.
Hey, now.
When you thought there's gonna be momentum going into the fourth quarter, Matt Ryan screwed that up by threw a pick, and then after that they scored, and then Marley Cox fumble is returned for a touchdown, and then Dallas kept going. I mean, you say you want a quick analysis, that's as quick as it can get because we sucked in the fourth quarter. They scored 33 unanswered points, and I was just wishing they just kneel the ball every time they got the possession because I didn't want to see Dallas score again. They ran it up a check on us in the fourth quarter. That we can stop a nosebleed. It
was kind of cruel because you guys hung in there a little bit.
All the way to the fourth quarter. It was a 2-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it's like that meme, and it's like, stop, he's already dead. Like, that's what
I don't know. I went from celebrating to mad in 10 minutes.
Did they score like 35 points in 11 minutes or something like that?
33.
Yeah, 33. Yeah, in 11 minutes.
That's insane.
That's NBA numbers right there.
How disappointed. I was ready to troll my family members, but I got trolled all last night. All last night because I just knew that the fourth quarter was going to be ours because we was down 2 points and we had the momentum. Well, Matt Ryan said, "You know what? Hold my beer."
Yeah, we actually had a comment from Gabriel Ruiz. He says, "Is Matt Ryan sure he's not left-handed?"
I don't know what the guy. He just ain't got it no more. I don't know if you guys watched that game, but he just it was several times where he overthrew, underthrew Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, the tight ends, the running back. It just looked like he's done. He looked just done out of it. He don't look in sync at all. And I hate to see a guy that's been in the league 15 years play this bad.
Well, I think part of it is that I think that like Tom Brady playing for so long has clouded people's judgment, but like Matt Ryan is at that point where like quarterbacks are like done, like they're in the like regression phase. Right?
He just needs to call Brady up and see if Brady will tell him where he gets the blood of babies that Brady drinks to keep him at a high level.
I think it's more as more of a scheme. Like Brady does a lot of checkdowns and a lot of slants across the middles.
Yeah, well,
they still have Matt Ryan throwing the ball down the field. Like,
when you think about it too, is that like Brady has never taken as many hits as Matt Ryan has. I mean, there was Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's been like sacked like crazy with the Colts, and then like there was a bunch of years in Atlanta that guy was getting knocked around, and he's never had like the strongest arm, but he's always been really smart. But yeah,
Well, again, that goes to the scheming. I mean,
yeah.
Brady holds the record of the quickest time to get rid of the ball. I think it's like 2 point something.
Well, he did
whole
that in New
career.
England, like for his last like 3 years in New England. He was just sort of like, look, I'm not going to take hits. I'm going to throw the ball away a lot because we're in a terrible division. We're probably going to get a bye. All I have to do is take hits for 3 playoff games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'll do that. And he did that for the last like 4 years in New England. He just like did nothing but throw the ball away. But then the playoff times came. He held on to it a lot longer.
It's the reason he's the GOAT.
Well, Josh Sr., do you have anything else to add?
Play my theme music.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. It's actually thanks to Josh Allen that we have this theme music. Here we go. This is going to be for all of us this week, but go ahead. Actually, I want you to say something to Ricky Fuquay
You're supposed to keep his name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you don't say his name.
I can't say that yet because he's ready to fight me, so I can't say anything. I don't want to, I want the group to get banned again. You know how Titan fans do it.
Well,
I'm sorry, Ricky. I'm sorry the Titans lost the 2 games.
Why are you saying his name?
Okay, Junior. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what happened, but I'm sure you were right, Josh.
And who do you guys play next week, Josh?
The couch.
Yeah, we should. Let me see. I think it's the Chargers, which,
I think it's a bye week for you guys, isn't it?
Is it the Chargers?
Yeah, it won't get embarrassed again.
I know it's another like a Monday night game or something.
It's a bye week.
Saturday, December 17th, Colts at Vikings.
So Vikings on next game.
No, that's no.
And then Chargers.
Well, yeah. Well, that 17th is 2 weeks away.
All I got to say is this is what you get, Roger Goodell, for assuming that the Colts were going to be an elite this year and giving them primetime games.
I think it's more of like the Cowboys than anything else. I was like, they presumed the Colts were going to be better, which we all did. I don't know. We all thought they'd be better than this, but you don't get rid of the Cowboys game on prime time. That's a big audience.
Yeah. Well, better luck next year, Josh Sr.
Well, we need to look next week during the bye week because we're gonna lose that week too.
Hey, the Jaguars did on their bye week. So
Rats.
Yeah. Violations in the stadium, and Lambeau played for the Titans, so that was enough. But all right, let's move on.
Speaking of the Jaguars.
I will yield my time at this point to our resident Trent Baalke impersonator. Let me bring him back on. Mr. Baalke, please let us know, what do you think of the Jaguars' performance on Sunday? Is that what you intended to see with all the moves that you've made in personnel? How do you feel about them Jaguars there, Mr. Baalke?
What a comedy show. Second highest paying defense in the league. This is insane. They missed blocks. They missed tackles. They missed assignments. They missed their alarm. They missed the bus. Dad is mad.
Dad's mad.
The first drive in the Jags, ETN fumbles. What a wonderful way to start off a football game, guys.
Yeah.
But this is the Jags we're talking about, and 2 bad things can't happen in a row. Wait a minute. Yes, they can. A tip ball goes right into the hands of the Lions receivers for a touchdown. You want to talk about bad luck openers? You should see my act. Pause for laughter. And don't let me forget about the drop passes. Fun fact, Zay Jones tried to call Kanye to tell him to stop, but he dropped the call. Oh, my God. Which brings me to my final point. I already said this, but I'll say it again. The second highest paid defense in the NFL, right under the 49ers and Deshaun Watson's legal defense.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Take a bow, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Round
you,
of
thank you,
applause.
Mr. Balky. We'll catch you on the Jaguar this
We
week.
need, we need to screen grab that one there, Sam.
Yes, I
that is
will. That's good.
yes.
Yeah, I guess my general feeling is I think the thing that you have to remember about the Jaguars is that they're not good at football. And once you realize that when you watch any of their games, and then you just understand. And Matt Grieve, co-host of the Jaguar, also said, "Not sure what y'all are talking about, but in case it hasn't been said, the Jags were pure garbage this week. I need the garbage truck to come by and pick up the trash. It's all over the field. It smells horrible." And I agree. So
Well, so the Jaguars, obviously, the defense struggled without Cisco, but the Lions did not punt once.
Nope. Something that hadn't happened since like 2014 or something. They scored on every drive that they had the ball, didn't punt.
It looked almost as bad as the Colts and the Cowboys.
Man,
That would be a good poll. Who had the worst loss of the AFC South this week?
Matter of
I thought we
fact,
did
you can jump on the AFC South Band Battle Podcast page, and there's already a post out on there.
Well, there you go. Look at Matt ahead of the
Look.
game.
I got ESPN, all right?
ESPN, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying OBJ could sign with the Dallas. It just came through.
Oh,
what do they need him though?
Is he good to play?
Why wouldn't he be?
Well, no. Is he healthy? I know because he's still coming. He's still coming off that ACL.
Hey, Josh, I need you to tell Matt that Waste Management is kind of busy in Houston right now.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah.
well, I know that there's not a lot to cover because, just like the Colts, it was a terrible game. But next week
we're beating
is a
the Titans.
division.
We're
Game.
beating. Listen. We are beating the Titans. The Titans suck. We suck. It's the suck bowl. It's gonna happen. Jags by 50.
Okay, so are you John Haw? Because nobody has been jumping on this year, and it upsets me a little bit. Are you willing to do a friendly wager?
Okay. What's up?
Would you
What are
guys
the
like
stakes?
to do Jaguars versus Titans? Who wins?
Let's do it.
In the past, we've done profile pick bets. We've done $25.
That's what I'm asking. What are the stakes?
Well, it's Christmas time. Let's do a charity stake.
Yeah, let's do charity. Yeah.
All right, $25.
Perfect. I'm picking the Jaguars to win.
Y'all need bring on Ray Cherry. Bring on Ray Cherry and ask him to bet.
No, he won't.
No wonder nobody wants to take the bet.
That's great.
So wait, John, you will not bet for your team
No, why would I jinx them that way?
for the sake of charity?
For the sake of charity? No, there's more important things like Titans win.
Jeez, none of y'all will bet anymore.
I get it. I respect that.
Don't forget, I got a bet with Leonard Fournette, or not Leonard Fournette, Leonard
I always say
Firestone.
that. I always say
Yeah.
that.
Fournette.
Leonard Firestone. We're gonna dye our beards.
That's right.
If the Titans are one and done in the playoffs.
That's right.
Oh, well, yeah, Titans are one and done in the playoffs. Titans might not even make the playoffs.
So, okay, you will not bet for the Titans to win.
No, I don't do that.
Man, y'all are awful.
That's just really more of like a general principle kind of thing. It's like, I would I know it has nothing to do with the outcome, but I would blame myself. I'd rather just blame the team. I don't want to blame myself for their losses.
Jeez.
Okay, okay, Cherry.
Maybe Ricky Fuquay will bet.
Yeah, hit up Ricky Fuquay.
Hey,
Or somebody.
I believe we've actually made wagers though, Sam, in the past. I think I actually had to choose your profile picture one year.
You did.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done it before, but I don't like my team. So like, why would I trust them to come through for me?
Well, because either way, nobody's making money in the end. That just the person's donating to charity. And
which charity?
I still am receiving mailers from the charities that I've had to donate to in the past, which is pretty.
Oh yeah, they're relentless ones.
I say this year the theme we've gone for Head On Youth Impact. It's a youth charity organization. Or I've donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Middle Tennessee before, or the Wounded Warriors, whichever one you choose.
Toys for Tots. I mean, it's a good Christmas charity right there.
There we go.
Well,
Okay.
if everybody's scared, then I just bet Matt. Well,
That's fine. If the Titans
bet
win,
Matt's-
you guys donate to that charity, and if the Jaguars win, I'll donate. Or no. No. If the Titans win, I donate to the charity.
Okay, you want to do it that way?
Sure, why not?
Bet.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I'll gladly pay $25 to charity. if Jags win.
Okay, so you guys got to bet.
Wait, no, I'm picking the Jags to win.
Okay, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, I read that one all the way through, y'all.
I'm good.
Whatever happens, somebody.
I don't care.
The Jags will never do what I want them to do. So if I bet on them to
I'll
lose, they'll do the opposite.
Anyway, so who cares?
Okay, so he's betting on the Jags to win. Josh Allen, do you bet on them to lose?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. To what charity we'll find out on the next.
Matt Green says donate to Jags Lot J parking lot project.
Donation's been made in your name to the Human Fund. Money, people.
There you go.
Cody Cold Gaming says Agent Ha is my favorite Titans fan so far. That's because you're a Jags fan. The Titans fans don't like him. But anyway, anything else to add besides what you've already mentioned for the Jaguars?
Nope, they suck. We suck. Everybody sucks, but we're going to beat the Titans.
I
Next.
like it.
That's not what you bet.
That's different. That's because you wouldn't bet it.
I don't even know what's happening. Just someone tell me if I owe money to a charity at some point next week, all right?
If the Jaguars lose, you donate to a charity.
Okay.
No, the other way around.
Yes, because you bet that they're going to win.
Oh, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to donate anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right, there we go. You guys
Therefore,
heard it here
making
first.
this bet completely meaningless.
It's for the kids, John.
Think of the children.
Think
This is
of
the
the
current
children.
year.
Man, this is the quickest podcast we've had, like, all season. So let's go. Tell Eric Dunn to stop going to away games. So
Yes, please. Eric Dunn, if you are listening, Jaguars fans beg you to stop it. Every away game you've been to, we have been demolished at. Please, sir. I respect everything you've done, the YouTube channel you've created, your podcast. I intend no disrespect towards you, but I swear to God, man, you got to stop going to the away games.
Yeah, so
Please.
amongst the Jaguars fans, Eric Dunn, like last week, he was out of the country during the Ravens game, and we beat the Ravens. Like, who would have saw that coming? And then this week, he actually attended the Detroit game, and
He was in Philly when Philly demolished us. He was, it's become like, you guys ever heard of all the people that bombard Garth Brooks' social media? There's some comedian that has a podcast that started this rumor that Garth Brooks supposedly like kidnaps people and murders them, and like people go to Garth Brooks' Instagram page and look at all the comments on every post. People are like, "Where are the bodies, Garth? Tell us where they're buried. The families need closure, Garth." And Eric Dunn's Facebook page has become that same way. With every time he goes to a game and the Jags lose, people are like, "Eric, please stop. You have
I'm
to
the same
stop."
way, though. Like, the Titans lose every time I go. I'm terrible. If I go to the game, they lose.
even
Guaranteed.
Matt Ryan lost when you went to the Colts Jaguars game.
Well, I mean that's to happen.
Yeah,
Okay, so hold on.
That's destiny.
Hold on.
That's Colts.
Just-
That's Colts in Jacksonville. That's beyond me.
Just
True.
because I had to check Garth Brooks' Twitter, and he posted something one year in Vegas just isn't enough. Love Garth or whatever. This was, what day was this? This was today at 8 p.m. and somebody just commented, "New victims fly in every day, right? G, give the families closure."
Tell us where the bodies are, Garth.
That's great.
Man.
Please tell me he
We-
knows.
we
about
probably
this,
need to start
right?
doing-
Like,
Completely ignores it. He never acknowledges it.
never
He
will.
doesn't, and that's what makes it even better because it seems like he's just trying to like bury it. Like, and it's
Like,
totally. I
you
forget
know
the
what?
name
And
of
if I was Garth Brooks and I knew about it, I would do the same thing. I would just like wouldn't do anything. I would just let the comments sit there. I would
Well, it
never
feeds
address
the
it. I would
algorithm
never
and
do
makes
it.
his
Yeah.
posts more popular. So inadvertently, they're helping him, but it's hilarious. Like,
All right. Well,
Wait, it's just a joke, right? Because who cares?
is it? I
Man.
don't know.
well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Garth Brooks podcast. But now,
But hey,
now we have bigger fish to
Yeah.
fry. I
thunder rolls.
I am so upset that you guys did not beat Deshaun Watson. I thought
dude.
that the Texans would come out and be
Yeah,
out
the
for
whole
blood. And honestly,
the whole NFL world rooting for you guys.
yeah. And I
How did you guys get
thought-
outscored by the Browns defense?
I was one saying
It wasn't even Deshaun Watson. It was like,
dude. I know. Trust me. Look, if you haven't seen a Texans game this whole season, this is a perfect game to recap the whole season. One side of the ball does great, and the other one in bad scheming fails us. Like all these people were like, "Oh, it's Davis Mills. It's Davis Mills." No, it's both. Kyle Allen is trash too. Cody said first drive, ETN fumbled. Well, first play of the game, Kyle Allen threw a pick. It's just the same story, different time. But I do have to applaud Hannah McNair. Did anybody see what she did?
No.
No? Yeah, maybe. Well, Deshaun Watson went up there to Kyle McNair and shook his hand. And when he came up there, his wife turned his back on him and would not look him in the face at all until he left. So
She turned her back on her husband or on Deshaun?
No, on Deshaun
That
Watson.
was funny. She's like, I can't believe you shook his hand. Never talked.
Right. Yeah. It was. As soon as he came up there, she just turned her back. Everybody said even the broadcast team said you can hear the boos from a mile away.
here's my question.
Like the whole stadium was just.
My question: like, did the commentators even at all say anything about Deshaun Watson? Like, okay, because I was like, I was willing to bet that they were going to do everything they could to not say anything other than, he was just gone.
That's what they brought up. Oh, look what he has done. I mean, they weren't glorifying it, but they were like, oh, look what he has done to come back, kind of thing. You know, like
they were going to do everything they could to ignore talking about it.
But
yeah, they mentioned in passing from I saw that there were allegations, and he was suspended, but they touched on it and then moved on to football stuff.
I know the women were going to show up. Was there any comment from them?
Not that I've seen.
Did they chant "You sick fuck" like the Jaguars did?
I wish. Like I said, the only thing was there was booze. There was a lot of people who got escorted out of the stadium because they had dummies on massage tables.
Oh, Lord.
And they had Deshaun Watson.
Oh man.
Yeah. So a lot of
wasn't your co-host
both of them were there, BT and
hey, if you're still listening, let us know. Did they chant "No means no" or any of the other chants that the Jags fans were chanting? Let us know what the crowd was chanting.
Yeah, they both said
no means no one. Oh my god,
it was pretty wild. But the Texans did everything they could do to get this game away. Like Deshaun Watson was trash. We stopped Nick Chubb, but we're Texans. We just suck to suck. So even to get a higher draft pick from the Browns, we still couldn't pull off the win, and we lost. But the good thing is, Deshaun Watson looked pitiful, which was always great. Looked like he needed that hamstring massage after the game.
Oh, here we go. V says, we chanted "You sick F word." I won't say it again. In your honor. Thank you.
But how many fans was there? I think it was like 15 fans, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. Every Texans game I've seen, it's pretty empty down there.
Like a pretty big crowd from what I saw. Actually.
It was a big crowd. They did say it was about 30% Cleveland Brown fans, but they said it was a full house.
Oh, that's great.
Cody says he would have thrown in subliminal messages if he was an announcer, like his shoulders look relaxed. I wonder what his workout regimen is.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why he wasn't throwing good balls because his shoulder wasn't rubbed down the correct way.
That's right. He wasn't throwing good balls because they were blue.
It was actually a decent crowd. Lots of Browns fans though.
Yeah, the Browns travel. Their fans travel pretty well.
And plus you got people.
Pretty big fan base.
I'm not saying no names on here, but we got people who were Texans fans who still root for Deshaun Watson, like buy his jersey as a Browns player. Yeah.
If you're a Texans fan, why would you buy another? Well,
because Sam, don't you know we're the reason why Deshaun left? It's the Texans' fault that Deshaun left. we're the one who set him up for, predator.
Why do fans do that? Why do fans blame other fans for players leaving? Like that's what people said about AJ leaving. Titan fans was the reason he left. The same thing with Andrew Luck with us.
It's stupid. It's all a big conspiracy theory. It's like Clinton House down there in Houston. I'm the biggest preacher man there is. Jack Easterby supposedly had something behind it. I don't know. I don't care. After this game, I don't want to talk about it.
Don't even say you don't want to talk about it anymore.
I don't.
Matt, no, don't say that, because every time you say that, we end up having to talk about it because something else happens.
Right.
So, shh.
Yeah, even like when Unique Ngakoue left Jacksonville, like there was this whole thing where like oh, it's because the fans were mean to him, and I'm like, bro, you're a grown man getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. Well, yeah, but you're a grown man getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. Shut up.
Well, my thing for him, I don't know if anybody saw the press conference.
The fans are easy to ignore.
Deshaun Watson said that he loves Houston and he missed Houston and he has nothing but respect. Okay, then why did you leave? Like, don't say stuff you don't.
We didn't like the organization.
Okay.
I do think the players can like.
There's a difference between the city and the organization.
Yeah. And it's kind of what James Robinson said to the fans of Jacksonville. Yeah. When he left too, I feel like.
But he didn't want to leave. Deshaun did. There's a difference between that. But the way Deshaun left,
wasn't he didn't want to be there. I mean, they were trading away like pieces to that team.
Well, if you didn't want to be here, then don't sign a multi-million contract and no trade clause.
Yeah.
No.
Was that before or after the DeAndre Hopkins?
That was after the DeAndre Hopkins trade.
Really?
He never played a down for the Texans after signing that contract. Not one down.
He got suspended.
So don't sit here and say.
Well, I don't think the Browns could have kept him anyway. You can't with what he did. I don't think you could have.
You mean the Texans?
Yeah, the Texans. I don't think the Texans could have kept him anyway. With what he did,
well,
most of what he did happened in Houston. I just think there's no scenario where he remains.
The Jaguars have experience of what we've gone through, because I believe it's the same thing.
It's the same
with Jalen Ramsey. Yes.
Now the question is,
it's all.
Here's a question: but is it possible that like a no trade clause is really just there so that the team can't like just get rid of you if you don't want to? It's really more of like putting the power in your hands. You can request a trade.
You're right. Yeah,
trade clauses are pretty common in other leagues. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more just like I don't want you to get rid of me. Like I'm going to put it in my hands.
Well, yeah, and then also like this year, it screwed us. We couldn't get the assets we want. We had to wherever he wanted to go, and then like Cleveland wasn't on the picture until he said, "Oh, we'll give you $230 million." Like, come on. I mean, the guy's just he's a
listen. Massages don't pay for themselves.
Right.
That's 100% David Mugoletta, his agent, because it's the same.
Well,
thing
I mean, let's be clear.
Ramsey did to us.
Like if the guy doesn't have the allegations against him, this, that, whatever, like that's a very player-friendly contract right there. You'd be kind of stupid not to sign that with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, true. I mean, yeah, it's a good contract to sign, period. Yeah. But he also he was the second highest paid quarterback with the Texans contract. So I mean,
the allegations were out before he went to Cleveland, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I think if those allegations don't surface, or if he had actually not been a scumbag and hadn't done those things, I don't think he jumps ship. I think he stays in Houston. I think everything works out differently.
No, wasn't he trying to get out before the allegations showed up?
He said he wasn't happy, and that he didn't officially request a trade, and then all that stuff happened. And
like there was something about like he was trying like the Dolphins almost got him like 4 different times, and I think one of them was before the allegations came out.
No, that the Dolphins got him during the allegations.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because the whole thing was like, are the allegations only coming out now because he's asking for a trade?
Right.
That was how that all worked, because he had already kind of been.
He said he was unhappy and he was thinking about wanting a trade.
Asking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't officially request a trade.
Yeah, all that could just have been contract negotiation leverage, right? Like
you're
saying that.
No, he already signed the contract. What it was he was a Bill O'Brien guy. That was his dude, and they fired Bill O'Brien, and he was upset, and he wanted he wanted what's called. He wanted a hand in the GM, and they didn't. They picked Nick Casario without. And Nick Casario is a.
He wanted 2 hands.
And Nick Casario was a Jack Easterby guy, and of course he don't like Jack Easterby. So, yeah. that's how it goes.
Well,
but we play
hopefully
the
this
Cowboys, and it's going to be just like it was Sunday night, 56-10.
exact same. You're calling it?
Yeah. We're gonna get what I want.
I mean, that's a bit of a rivalry game, though, too. You guys turned
It
the
is.
10 up for that one, don't you?
Yeah. It is. It's the Governor's Cup.
Right, but don't you guys try to you guys usually show up for it, don't you?
Are you
both
guys
teams
wearing your
usually
red
show up for it.
pajamas?
Used to.
No.
Used to is the keyword. Yeah. Until
All
Pep
right.
Hamilton's there, we're not. We are jackass. So.
Well, if you have nothing else to add, time to move on to the Bang Bang Mayo Gang.
Bang bang bang.
Hashtag Mayo Squad.
Hashtag
Your favorite
Hellman's.
Dukes.
This segment is brought to you in part by Hellman's Mayonnaise. I'm just kidding. They're not our sponsor.
I wish.
Or since they lost, maybe it's Miracle Whip. But anyways, listen. Titans, Eagles. Everybody knew you weren't going to win that one. The Eagles are stacked this year. I'm sure you knew that you weren't going to win that one. But give us a breakdown.
Look, I've said it I think I've been on 3 straight weeks now. I've said the only games that matter are the 3 divisional games that are left. That's it. Those are the only games that matter for us. We got 3 of them left, 2 against Jacksonville, 1 against Houston. We win those, we're in the playoffs. We're obviously not going to win a playoff game, but you know what? All we can get this year is a division title. So Titans fans, lower your expectations. That's just it.
They already started.
Poverty division.
The Eagles are a much, much, much better team. Injuries are not being kind to us for the past 2 years. It's just week after week, just somebody new goes out. It's unfortunate that the game wasn't ever really close, but there was a moment there where it was hey, maybe we could get something going on. But as soon as Treylon Burks got just walloped in the end zone, that was it. It was game over. That was a tough hit, and he's just who knows how long he's going to be out, which is unfortunate because he's been pretty good, considering when he's actually on the field. They're not afraid to target him, and he's performed. But yeah, this game was over. This game was over before it started. Which again, it's fine. Next week is the most important game.
Fulton too?
What's up?
Then you lose Christian Fulton after that play.
Yes.
Yeah, we lost Fulton and we lost David Long.
How
Long is a pretty big. That's a big loss too.
How long until you lose Derrick Henry?
Well, it feels like Derrick Henry's already gone, right? Look, Treylon Burks was so important, and Austin Hooper coming in was so important too because it's supposed to open up. The Titans have been for a long time. We've been let's let Derrick Henry open up the passing game, right? But we need to reverse that. We need to have a passing game start to open things up for Derrick Henry. Because right now everybody's narrowing in on Henry and he's not getting his yards. He's not even getting the touches. He used to get 30 touches a game. He's only getting 11 touches now. I know that they're down big and you have to go away from that, but they didn't used to do that. They used to just we'll just keep giving it to him. But they need to have a passing game, and they just don't. And nobody can stay on the field. Chigakonkwa and Austin Hooper are our best guys, and those are the tight ends. So that's pretty sad.
How
It's
hard
pretty
was
sad.
it for you to watch AJ Brown?
Listen, I'm not like you, and I throw hissy fits when players that I had on my team go to other teams. The guy was here, now he's not. What am I supposed to do about it? I don't care.
See, that's the trauma speaking. He's putting up a wall. Really,
Again,
people shut down when.
Look, you can go back and check the receipts. When we lost AJ Brown, I said the person that we're going to be the most upset about losing is Deontay Foreman. When we lost Deontay Foreman to the Panthers, I was more upset about that. I'm still more upset about losing Deontay Foreman.
Yes.
But you got Hatkins though at the draft.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, you got him from Michigan. He's not bad.
We heard a little bit about what you think about the Jaguars for next week. But now that it's your segment, how do you feel that game's going to go? Your division game.
Right. I know that, like I know your guys' record is what it is, and so a lot of people would look at that and say the Titans should win that game, but we haven't been beating teams that are like.
Cody says second stage of grief, denial, not just a river in Egypt, buddy.
Like I said, like if anybody wants to go back and look at what happened, like I was on right after the trade, I said Deontay Foreman is the person the Titans will regret losing more than A.J. Brown. And what I'm upset about is that we drafted A.J. Brown's replacement, and he's showing potential, but he's gone now. And it's due to injury, and it's through no fault of his own. That's what I'm more upset about, is that Treylon Burks is not going to be able to develop if he's on the sideline due to injury.
So do you foresee Titans winning or losing next week?
It's hard to say, because I think you guys have it, right? Like, I feel like you have like everything in place to win this game. But you had everything in place to win last week too against Detroit, and that happened. Like, you have the pieces there. Like, but my offense isn't Detroit's offense. You guys are going to have a much easier time stopping Tennessee than you would to Detroit. So, and my offense is not, or my defense has taken a step back just because our defensive front is going to be is still banged up. I hope Danico Autry comes back. He's really, really important to that defensive front.
Yeah, but the only bad thing is the Lions' offense is like 10 times better than the Titans' offense.
Well, that's what I said.
I
said I was like the Jaguars. You guys aren't going to have to face like a much better offense, but defensively, like Titans' defense is not what they were maybe like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this though, but the Lions, of course, is ranked 10 offensively. The Jaguars have a ranked 12 offense.
Yeah,
in the whole NFL. That's crazy.
So that's why, I think a lot of people are going to be just defaulting to picking the Titans just because of the records. But I think this is a much closer game than people would think.
All right. Well, does anybody else have anything to add? Josh Allen, you're rather quiet. Anything to add?
Yeah. I mean, it's just sadness all around. What I feel is a deep. Just feel a deep sadness inside of me when I have to think about the Jaguars and the quarter of a century of my life that I've wasted rooting for an organization that just refuses to care. They just don't care. So
I feel you. I feel you.
You want to know a piece of advice though? You can't feel sad if your expectations are low.
That is true. That is good advice. That is solid sound advice.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, modern problems require modern solutions, right? So.
Yes, Matt.
Any goal is achievable if you lower your standards.
I was going to say I agree with what he was saying, but I do got something. Nothing sad about it, but don't forget, it's holidays right around the corner. Go to manscaped.com, enter fan battle. We're still doing this.
I didn't realize we were doing an ad read.
We get 25% off now and free shipping. So make sure you get that. Take care of your balls because obviously the Colts don't. They just drop them. So
somebody call Travis Etienne and give him some.
Or Matt Ryan. Fan battle, manscaped.com.
All right, well, let's go around the room. Tell us where to find you. Josh Allen, where do we find you on social media?
You'll find me in a deep depression here in the suburbs of Jacksonville, but also on Twitter at Josh Gives Up.
Matt Briggs.
You can find me at A1 Day 1 Texans and on Wednesday nights at 8:30 Central Texans Fan Battle where me, Crenshaw, and BT cry together in the corner.
Agent Hall.
Spotify, Previous on Football, either Mondays or Fridays. If the Titans lose, I'm always on here on Mondays. But if the Titans win, I'm not invited because other Titans fans like to show up. So then you'll see me on the other one.
Facts.
And Josh Senior.
Well, you can find me for Ricky.
Oh, we can't. Hold on. We can't find you because your mic is.
I think Ricky Fuqua is hacking your mic.
Yeah. I'll be at home armed waiting for him in case he come in my neighborhood. And I'll be on Twitter. I am Josh Senior. And tomorrow at 9:00 Eastern time, be on a podcast of the You Don't Know Jack podcast.
And you can also find him rent-free in Ricky Fuquay's head. And you can
Yep.
find me on Twitter and Instagram at Football with an I. And make sure you check us out on Twitter at AFSFB. That stands for AFC South Fan Battle. Make sure you check us out on the private group on Facebook, on the AFC South Fan Battle podcast page. There will be, we post polls. We'll be having contests. And otherwise, guys.
Trivia's coming back as
Sam loves
well.
Jalen Ramsey.
What was that, Matt?
Trivia's coming back as well. And
Ooh, bring it on.
and also Sam loves Jalen Ramsey as
Oh,
well.
yeah, I hate all of you. Good night.
Right.